My name is Jim. I was excited to climb into my hibernation pod and prepare for a 90-year nap. But just as I settled in, I suddenly realized something was wrong. The machine wasn't working. I tried to open the pod door, but it was stuck shut. I started to panic. Fortunately, I managed to open the door in the end. Decided to send a distress signal to Earth, but upon seeing how far away it was, it would take 19 years for the message to reach Earth.
Wait, what?
And another 36 years for the response to return, a total of 55 years to receive an answer. I had no choice but to abandon the idea of seeking help from the outside world. Feeling dejected, I wandered aimlessly through the empty spacecraft until one day I discovered a person. My heart skipped a beat, thinking I wasn't alone after all, but upon closer inspection, I realized it was just a robot. As a worker, I could only live in a standard room and eat monotonous food. The year passed like this, and loneliness overwhelmed me like a tidal wave, until one day, I saw a beautiful woman in a hibernation pod, and a questionable decision took root in my mind to wake her up. I brought my toolbox to her side, short-circuited the hibernation pod, and soon she was awake, and were only the two of us on the spaceship, and before long, we fell in love. On her birthday, I brought robot attendant Arthur to celebrate with her. She smiled and said that there were no secrets between us, which led Arthur to mistakenly believe she already knew the secret. I took out the ring, ready to propose to her, but Arthur blurted out that I had awakened her. She couldn't believe it, and the disappointment in her eyes pierced my heart like needles. Yes, my selfishness had ruined her original life. Just then, the situation on the spaceship suddenly became dire, and someone had to go outside to fix the problem. However, while repairing the spacecraft, we were blown into space by a force, and the safety rope broke. She used the broken rope to save me, but by then, I had no vital signs. She urgently activated all emergency modes on me using the captain's highest authority bracelet. Fortunately, I was successfully revived. There was only one hibernation pod on the spacecraft, and I thought I would continue my loneliness, but this time she had the chance to choose, yet she firmly chose to stay by my side. I took out the ring again and proposed to her. 89 years later, the spacecraft finally reached its destination and all passengers were awakened. When they entered the central hall, they were all stunned by the scene before them. It was the traces of the life we had spent together on the spacecraft.